Welcome to Sveta's Menu, a cooking channel with easy and delicious recipes for every day. Today, we're making a Big Mac-style salad. It's super quick to prepare, really delicious, and tastes just like the iconic burger. To make this salad, we'll need 300 grams of iceberg lettuce, 2 tomatoes, 1 red onion, 4 small pickles. Those are what I'm using today. 100 grams of cheddar cheese, and of course, some ground meat. The best option is ground beef, like I'm using today. But if you don't have beef on hand, it's totally fine to use pork or a mixture. Just keep in mind that beef gives that classic burger flavor, and that's exactly what we're going for in this recipe from Sveta's Menu. Now let's talk about the dressing. You'll need mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, and a bit of brine from the pickles. This simple mix gives you that signature Big Mac sauce flavor. A little creamy, a little tangy, and very satisfying. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is cook the ground meat. Heat up a pan on medium heat. Add a bit of oil. I'm using vegetable oil, but olive oil or any neutral oil will work. Just avoid using butter. It's not the right choice for this dish. Once the oil is hot, add the ground meat. You'll notice it starts to change color pretty quickly. That's normal. As it cooks, we're gonna season it with a little salt and black pepper. We want to brown the meat and cook it all the way through. This step should take about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on your heat and pan size. Make sure to stir occasionally so it cooks evenly. If you're new to cooking, don't worry. On Sveta's Menu, we keep things simple and beginner-friendly. Once it's fully cooked and nicely browned, remove it from the heat and let it cool slightly. We'll set it aside for now and move on to preparing our vegetables. First up is the iceberg lettuce. Cut it into small cubes. You want bite-sized pieces that will mix well with the other ingredients. Iceberg gives the salad that crisp, refreshing crunch, just like the shredded lettuce in a classic burger. Did you know that iceberg lettuce got its name in the 1920s, when it was shipped across the US covered in ice to keep it fresh? That icy transportation helped it stay crunchy and gave it the name we still use today. On Sveta's Menu, we love using iceberg when we want that clean, crisp texture in salads. After chopping, place the lettuce into a large bowl. Make sure to use a roomy one. You'll want plenty of space for mixing later, especially with all the colorful ingredients we're about to add. Next, let's move on to the tomatoes. Cut them into cubes as well. Try to keep them about the same size as the lettuce pieces so everything blends evenly. This keeps the texture balanced and makes each bite more enjoyable. Here's a little tip. Tomatoes were once thought to be poisonous in parts of Europe. That's because they belong to the nightshade family. But now, of course, they're one of the most loved ingredients in kitchens all over the world. On this recipe channel, tomatoes are one of our favorite ways to bring color and juiciness to a dish. Do the same with the second tomato. If they're very juicy, you can scoop out the seeds, but leaving them in is perfectly fine. The extra juice actually helps blend the salad naturally, which is exactly what we want in this recipe. Now it's time for the red onion. Slice it into thin half-moons. If raw onion isn't your favorite, feel free to use just half, but I'm using a full one today. It's medium-sized and will add just the right amount of bite to balance the sauce later. Here's something fun. Red onions aren't really red, they're more of a deep purple. But the name stuck. And the color actually means they're full of antioxidants, more than their white or yellow cousins. That's another bonus when you're cooking with simple, fresh ingredients here on Sveta's Menu. Once it's sliced, add the onion into the bowl with the lettuce and tomatoes. Already, the salad is looking colorful and full of texture, and we're just getting started. Now for the pickles. Slice them into thin rounds. I'm using 4 small pickles here, but you can adjust based on what you have. The key is to get that nice, tangy crunch in every bite. Quick pickle fact. Pickles have been around for over 4,000 years. Cleopatra claimed they helped her maintain her beauty, and Roman soldiers ate them for strength. On this cooking channel, we include them for flavor, and a little bit of that ancient wisdom too. Add the sliced pickles to the bowl with the rest of the veggies. At this point, your kitchen probably already smells amazing, thanks to that fresh onion and tangy brine from the pickles. Now that all the veggies are prepped, it's time to bring in our ground meat. By now, it should have cooled down a bit after cooking earlier. Scoop it into the bowl with your chopped vegetables. I've transferred everything to a larger bowl because we're working with a lot of ingredients here, and at Sveta's menu, we never want to be short on space when mixing. Now let's add the cheddar cheese. Sprinkle 100 grams of shredded cheddar over the meat and vegetables. It's rich, a little sharp, and melts beautifully if you ever decide to turn the salad into a warm wrap or grill it in pita. Here's a cheese fact. Cheddar originally comes from a village called Cheddar in England. It was stored in caves, which helped develop its distinct flavor. And although it's now made all over the world, the name's stuck. With all the solids in the bowl, it's time to make our signature sauce. In a small bowl, mix together mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, and a few spoonfuls of pickle brine. The brine adds a punch of acidity and brings the whole sauce to life. Stir it well until it's smooth and creamy. We're aiming for a texture that's a little looser than sour cream. By the way, mayonnaise as we know it has been around since at least the 1700s, and it became a sandwich staple in the early 1900s. When combined with ketchup and mustard, two condiments that have roots in ancient China and Rome, we're actually making a blend of centuries of flavor history right here in a modern kitchen. Once your sauce is ready, pour it over the salad ingredients. Now comes the final step. Give everything a really good mix. Use a big spoon and take your time. You want that creamy, tangy sauce to coat every piece evenly. It might take a couple of minutes, but the result is absolutely worth it. As you mix, you'll notice how all the colors and textures come together. Crunchy lettuce, juicy tomato, tangy pickles, savory meat, creamy sauce, and sharp cheese. It's a full burger experience in salad form. And just like that, our Big Mac-style salad is ready. You can serve it right away as a salad. It tastes just like a cheeseburger, without the bun. Fresh, satisfying, and so easy to make. But you can also try it other ways. Scoop some into a tortilla or lavash, roll it up and grill it. It turns into a delicious wrap that's perfect for lunch or dinner. Or stuff it into pita bread and toast it slightly. That works just as well. However you serve it, this salad is fast, full of flavor, and super fun to make. That's what we love here on Sveta's menu, bringing you recipes that are simple, tasty, and just a little unexpected. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Sveta's Menu, your cooking channel for easy, everyday recipes that make life more delicious. See you next time!